In today's video, we're going to take a look at how to create our visualization files for the Vault using three different methods. The first one will be to create it while checking in from the Autodesk Vault. The second one will be to to create the visualization whilst working inside the Vault, so not even opening up Inventor, because maybe you don't want to check it out and check it back in again because it will bump up that version. And the third one is actually the any users who are using the Vault Thin client, they'll also have the capability of creating a visualization file. So the first thing I'm going to take a look at is, let's go see what's happening with the with some visualization files in the Vault. So if I right click on my component, you'll see there I've got a visualization file that's been created over here. So I can see the full assembly. Now going back over here, say for instance I want to take a look at this sub-assembly over here. We'll be modifying it, so I'm going to check it out. Let's just open that. Going to work it out over here. And if I take a look at the Vault, you'll see that it's checked out. Let's go see if this has got a visualization file in it. So go to Vault folder. There it is over there. Select it. Okay. There's nothing coming up over there. It's because I've checked it out, so it doesn't know what it looks like. So you can see there's the first one. If I take a look at what's going on over here, you'll see there's it looks like that. Okay, so that's version 1, and then version 2. There's nothing there because I've checked it out, so I haven't actually checked back into version 2 to see any changes that I might have made. Okay, so I'm going to go to my modeling tab over here, and I'm going to maybe just go modify this, and I'm going to go put some fillets in. So let's go to fillet. Let's go to feature priority, and to show why it's doing that, let's just go here. Let's just quickly go put in some fillets. Hold down my shift, so my control and select to deselect. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I've put in some fillets over there. Okay, and then maybe let's go into this components over here. Let's just go make another change. Let's go change the color. Let's make it a blue. Okay, I'm modifying it. It's asking me to check out, and there we go. Okay, so I've made some changes over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and check this in, and you'll see there that those are the two parts that have been modified. Okay, so if I right click and check it in, you'll see that it must be saved. I say yes, and it's going to check those three in over there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send to job server to create this visualization attachment. I'm going to say do not apply to all files. So let's take a look at what happens with this. So go click on OK, and it now checks it in. So let's see what is happening with this visualization file. So I'm going to go back to my Vault over here. If I go to tools in the job queue, we should see that there is a DWF pending. So as I unticked the box to send all files to the visualization file, it'll only send the assembly file over here. So to take a look at, or just to kickstart that, I'm just going to open up my job processor, pause and resume, and you'll see that it's now creating the DWF through the job processor. Okay, now to quickly go to it, right click on the component in the job server queue, go to folder, and it'll go up to that part, and there we go, select it, and you'll see there that it's created the visualization file. But now what about these two other files that I've modified? So going back over here, let's just go see which one this is. So I think it was that one over there. Nope. Part priority. Okay, there we go. So let's go right click and go to Vault folder, and it takes me up over here. There's my version 2 selected. There is no visualization file for this because I didn't ask the Vault, the job processor, to go and process that. So how can we now go and create this without having to go back to Inventor, checking out and then checking back in again to get that visualization file? So I select my components, and if I click on uses, I can select it over here as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the actions toolbar, and update view. I can either update locally or queue update. I want to queue update because I might have a couple different ones. So I mean, I can go and select a couple different components and then just say queue update. Okay, so then that goes and sends it through to the job server. There you'll see it's pending creation over there. Okay, so that's the second way of doing it. Now let's just take a look at another component over here. Okay, that has been created. So I'm going to go and modify another part, but this time what I want to do is I want to go to the thin client and see what's happening over there to see if I can see any changes that have been made. So let's go and let's go make some further changes. So I'm going to go open up this component over here. Okay, and let's go and create. Let's just go take some more material out of this. Okay. We find that we can take that much material out. It's going to make too much difference to the integrity of the component. Okay, so we've got that over there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go check this back into the Vault. And I'm not going to create a visualization file because maybe I forgot. And maybe planning is going to go see what the component is, but they're not going to find a visualization file. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am just going to make sure that there is no visualization file for this through the Vault thin client, the Vault fat client. So go to Vault folder, select, and there's nothing over there. Okay, so I'm now going to go through to the thin client. So if I go to my browser, you'll see there I type in, so I put the IP address, so the server is on my local drive, or my local computer, so the same computer I'm working on, so I can just type in localhost. But for your, if it's on the server, you can either type in the name of the machine or 192.168. etc. etc. So type that in plus Autodesk TC, and then you can just type in your just type in that over there. What it does, it brings up this page, and then in the sign in, it'll tell you what the server it's looking at, and then it will also tell you the name of the server. So once that's done, I can go in and say, give the name of the user, and I go sign into Vault. Okay. So you must have created a user to be able to come and access this. Now, if I go to my designs, you'll see there that I've got all my parts over there. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I need to go and find that part and then see if I can take a look at the visualization files. Maybe I want to measure it or something. So over here, PK 462501. .5.01.02. Just the 01. Okay, so there's my components over there. I select it, and we go to our View tab, and there we go. Okay, unable to view file. Use the update visualization command to generate a visualization file. So I say, okay, great. I can see there's my update visualization file. I select it, and it gives me a permission denied error message. Okay, so now this is not what I want. So, or this is not the outcome that I want. So what's actually happening over here, it's a permissions-based role that you have to assign to the thin client user. So let's go back to the Vault, and I'm going to go Tools, Administration, Global Settings. Now this, you have to be an administrator to be able to make these changes. So you'll have to ask your administrator if you don't have those permissions. And there's my thin client. Now what I need to do is it's under, typically it's for the read-only stuff, it's the document consumer. But what I can do is I select roles. Sorry, before I select roles, just show you which one you need to add. If I go to manage roles, what I've done is I've created a new role, and I've made it MGFX document consumer. And to add to it, I've added the job queue add. So if you go to the document consumer, the default from Autodesk, you'll see that there is no job queue add. There'll be the rest of this. So what you need to do is just go down to your job. There we go. We say job queue delete, enable reserve. And so this was over there. So we'll just select it, add it. So now this user has got permissions to create a visualization file. So let's go back to our thin client user, and I'm going to take off document consumer. I'm going to put on the MGFX document consumer. Once that's done, I can log in again with the thin user over here. So I'm just going to log out, so just to refresh the roles. Okay, and let's go search. It remembers my search. That's great. Select it, go to my view, and once again you can't see the view, so I'm going to say update visualization file, and lo and behold, you'll see it. Update visualization job is added to the job server. Okay, cool, there we go. So now all I need to do is wait for the job server to run its course. When it does that, I will then be able to go back to this file and resume that components over there. Okay, great. So go back to view. And there we go. So the job server has done its job. I'm able to get on with my job. And those are the 3 different ways that you can create visualization files throughout your whole company using either the Inventor, Autodesk Vault, or your Vault Thin client. Thank you very much for watching.